There we go. Okay, Movement Wednesday. Here's the thing, y'all. When you have issues, Movement Wednesdays are your workouts. You need to really get used to unloading. So we're going to start standing just to get warmed up, and then we're going to head down to the floor. So make sure you know that. Okay, so here's my little workout area. So I'm just going to start out, with a stance right here. Just kind of take stock of how you're moving right now. I'm thinking you can see my head, but maybe not. Let me rotate it up just a tiny bit. I have a little sticking point where it's good in one direction or not. Okay, so I think you can see my head now. Yeah, thumbs up, yeah. Okay, so here I'm gonna stand just like this, okay? Number one, when you're having pain, and it's been ongoing pain, I don't care where it's at, especially back, hip, knee, you're going to be skewing to one side. The first step you take is like this, okay? Listen, see this little piece of equipment? It could be a walking pole, it could be your exercise pole, it could be an umbrella, something that you can put on the ground that won't slide. Because then when you step, you see, I don't screw to the side. I don't screw off to the side like this. That is so important because that kind of walking will kick up other issues. And having a pole in a stance as you step in and you step out. And a lot of people might say, why is she wasting the time in class doing that move? Because we're taking stock of how we're moving. Number one, when I step out, I say rib cage up. I'm breathing through my nose. When I step in, see, I have this right here. Because if I had an irritated, let's use an example of one of my class members, Susie. An irritated IT band, just taking a step is an issue because you're loading and it can irritate. And if you have this here where you can push down on it and take some of that load off, you're going to move better. Okay, so you're pressing down, see, with my shoulders down. Okay, and I step out and I out, and then I step forward, and then I step back. And if you take the time to go through this little entourage that I'm doing right now, it will start to floss, warm up, work a range of motion. See what I'm doing? See this? It could be no more than just a broom handle. But if you put your hand on it, drop your shoulders, and do some of these movement patternings with symmetry, see? I'm not dropping a shoulder. When somebody is hitching, when they're walking, I will guarantee you have tightness on, you're going to create more tightness on one side versus the other side. That's why I'm using this as an equalizer. And if you'll go through this, I don't care if you don't have a problem. If you've ever had a hip issue, a knee issue, a foot issue, this is a very good thing to keep in mind. Okay, so I'm stepping forward, then I'm going to step forward. See, bring my little bar right here. And as I'm holding it, this is an important part of this. See, I'm stepping back now. Okay, I'm dropping my shoulders. I don't overuse this. I just use it to keep myself in symmetry. That's the point. So see, when I put my foot back like this whole thing is opening. Only if I keep my rib cage up. You should feel stretching right through here. I sure do. This is the hip that's kind of giving me trouble. And then when I put my replaced hip back here, well, heck, it's just a bunch of metal in there. So I don't feel nothing here. This is just a good move. See how I'm pulling back with my shoulders? And I'm pulling back with my shoulders even. That's what you gotta hear. Because when you start taking steps and you get uneven, that's when the problems just exacerbate. So here I am, see, I stepped back, I'm using this, taking breaths through my nose, dropping my shoulders, opening this, and if I came into you right now, into your room, I'd give you a little tap right here, and that means push back. See that? Big breath through the nose, opening, and you're gonna find one hip versus the other hip that's a little tighter than the other. And if they aren't, well, good for you. It's either that or you have both hips replaced and you can't feel it, but you're still affecting those muscles. Okay, so after you've done that, so I've stood right here, I've stood open, and here's the deal. Whenever I go from this to this, some of you lock your knees. I know this. Okay, say rib cage up, drop your shoulders, take a big breath through the nose. When you step into this, your knee is soft, but don't cave, don't cave. See, that's what's really important for your back to get back in order and then step in. Then I'm gonna take this right here, step wide, keep my knees soft like I talked about, keep my chin tucked. I'm not gonna turn my foot. I'm gonna turn from the belly button up, okay? So when I turn from the belly button up, I have a bend in the knee. It turns a little bit, but I don't pivot my foot, not yet, okay? Then I'm gonna do a roundhouse with my shoulders, and I'm gonna turn. And here's the deal. When you turn, lots of people are used to pivoting, and we will do that, but not right now. I'm trying to address some real tightnesses through the hips and through the lower back right now. So when I come to this position, my knee is soft, bent just a little. I'm turning and I'm taking this elbow back. So this is for K. See, I'm opening here, K. I'm opening. And I'm saying rib cage up. That is a huge game changer than just this kind of thing that you see people doing. They don't even think about what they're doing, okay? So tighten in. And when I say tighten in, I just mean brace. My knees are soft. My feet are grounded. The whole foot, the whole four corners. Say rib cage up, breathe in, turn. Now pull that elbow back. Drop your shoulder. Some of you let your shoulder come up. I know you did. Drop your shoulder. Pull that elbow hard. Then come center. See, I'm not swinging. So do some rows. Right here, your feet are fully grounded. Your knees are soft. Drop your shoulder. Big rowing. Big rowing. Okay, now turn. Keep your foot down. Drop your shoulders. Now pull the elbow back. Drop your chin. Say rib cage up. And you're really pulling. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Come back. Do that rowing. Your knees are soft. Your feet are very grounded. And see here, you should, when you're doing this, you should feel kind of a shifting to the ball of the foot and then to the heel. Notice what I'm doing. Notice the range. Do you see that I'm staying well under the clavicle? I'm not coming way up here. I'm just going like this. And I'm shifting from heel to toe, both of them, okay? Then I'm gonna turn. Then I'm gonna turn. And even now, I do not take my hand way up yet. I'm rotating. I'm helping my shoulders get ready to do more moves. but I'm not going way up high, especially if I have shoulder issue, okay? So just a number of turns, so one last big turn around the waist. Don't turn your feet. Okay, bring that elbow way back. Drop your chin. Take a big breath through the nose. Pull that elbow back. Really pull the elbow back. Drop your shoulders. Come forward. Last time, here we go. Other side. Drop your shoulders. Knees are soft. Say rib cage up. Pull the elbow back as far as it can go over your back. Far as it can go. And then come back. Yay. Then you step in. I'm going to take my little bar. Put it down. See how I put it down? I stick my butt back. Then I'm going to face my little chair here. I'm going to use my hands together. I showed you this the other day. And I'm going to use one hand to help the other hand, or one shoulder to help the other shoulder stay down and to lift, because now I am going to use it as an assist. And I'm going to bring those elbows up. My knees are soft, my chin is tucked, and my elbows are tucked right in. Do not flare your elbows here, okay? Elbows go way up. Okay, my tummy is tight, my knees are soft, my shoulders are down, and I'm going up with my elbows. Do not put your hands up over your head yet. Bring your elbows up, push your hips forward. Now straighten those arms. Boom! Really push that hip forward. Now you're straightening your hands. Your chin is tucked. Take a big deep breath through your nose. Soften your knees. And then bring it back in. And bring it back in. Okay? And as you're bringing it back in, we're going to go down to the floor with our hands. But I am not going to go down with straight legs. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to get my little hands right down where my ankles are. And now I'm going to straighten my legs. As I'm straightening my legs, I'm going to gently pull one foot up, then the other foot up. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Bring one toe up and you should feel a big old stretch. Then the other toe comes up and you feel a big old stretch. Put your hand on the floor. Anytime you need to stabilize or on the chair, pull it up as far as you can. You're bringing your body into your legs. Pull it up. Bring your body into your legs. Into your legs, into your legs. Take a big deep breath. Bend the knees. Put your hands on your chair. Take one knee into the chair, one leg back. We're moving right on down that whole 13 moves of a full body core warm up. Okay? Drop that heel down. Drop your shoulders down. Take a big deep breath. You're pushing your heel back. Bend the knee in the back. And then straighten it. So this is, instead of just sitting on this move, we're turning it into what's called a calf pump. So my knee is forward to the chair in the front. And I'm bending and straightening that heel in the back. Bend the knee and then push the heel down. Bend the knee, push the heel down. Okay? Now instead of waiting to come back around to go into this move, which we're going to, but I want to work on both sides. I'm going to step forward. And before I release the chair, I'm going to take my other leg back. And I'm going to push my heel into the ground. Push my heel into the ground. Push my heel into the ground. Drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders, drop my shoulders. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath, big deep breath. Bend the front knee into the chair. Keep your heel down and back. Drop your shoulders. Drop your chin. I don't mean drop your head, drop your chin. Now do the calf pump. It's a knee bend, push back. Knee bend, push back. Knee bend, push back. And you can do this as many times as you feel that you need to. Probably 5 to 6 times is plenty if you keep your shoulders down. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to bring my feet together, and you get to choose if you want to do a plank from this position or this position. See that? So my tummy is super tight, my shoulders are down, and I'm just hitting a chair plank. See that? Take a big deep breath. As I'm in here, I'm just holding. Then I'm going to step in and release. And I'm going to pull my butt back. And I'm going to keep my chin tucked. And I'm doing a big pullback right now. Okay? So this is kind of a little detour off of the main core moves, the ultimate core moves. Then I come back. And I'm going to go back and down. See, I'm using my chair to get myself down. Okay? Once I'm in this position, I can put my hands down on the floor. If my wrists are giving me troubles, I make a fist. So once I'm in this position, now I can push my heel, my butt to my heel, put my elbows down, and I can either curl my toes under and push back, or I can put my toes down, reach way out over my head. This is when you really reach up. And you're sitting back, but you're really pulling through this whole move here. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Take a big deep breath. Keep your chin tucked. Then you're going to come right down here. And you're going to open your knees out. And you're going to really push yourself, almost like you're trying to get your nose on the floor. And then you come back up. So see what I'm doing here is actually through the elbows and shoulders. So I'm putting my shoulder blades together. I'm going down as low as I can, almost to touch my forehead. And then I'm going to open my shoulders. So you're going to round up your shoulders. Then you're going to go right back. Drop your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades together. So this is your body weight going into the shoulders. So drop your shoulders, keep your chin tucked. You're pulling those shoulder blades in the back together. Then you're opening them. Opening them, opening them. Open them up, open them up. Now you're going to slide your leg back. Now you're going to come down, all the way down into the floor, and your elbows are down, and you drop your shoulders and you keep your chin tucked. So when people get in this position, every time almost, this is what I see. They're down in this position and they go like this. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just, in fact, I want you to just tilt your chin and lift your chin up. Just lift it right up, okay? Then I want you to tuck your chin, okay? And now I want you to press into the palms. Lift your elbows and pull your head back. Don't pull your chin up. And then go back down. Some of you won't be able to hold this very long. Take a big breath in through the nose, drop your shoulders, your hips Your front hip bones are on the ground. You're pushing through the elbows, then you're pushing through your palms, and you're pulling your head back. Don't flare your elbows here. Do not flare your elbows. Really push, then come down. Now, we're gonna veer off again of the 13 moves, the ultimate core moves, and we're gonna do some rotations. Are you ready? So, all I'm gonna do is roll. I'm gonna be on this elbow, I'm gonna take this arm, and I'm gonna go back. So the reason I'm putting this one in is for the K's of the world, okay? I hope you're laughing, okay? Take a big breath. Do you see what I'm doing? My elbow's very bent. I've got an anchor right here. So this is a really good move for hips, but here I'm opening. Where's the pressure? The pressure's on this whole shoulder girdle. See that? Keep your chin tucked. Now open the arm and act like there's a big heavy iron skillet sitting on your hand right here. Just act like it's sitting there. That means push down, okay? Take a breath, keep your chin tucked, keep your shoulder in. Don't let it come out of the socket there. Take a big breath, push that arm down, push it down. Bring it all the way back. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Yeah, we're gonna do the other side, y'all. Are you ready? So if you came back to this position, I'll tell you the first thing you did is you let your shoulders come up to your ears. So don't do that. Drop the shoulders down. Okay, now I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna rotate. Keep my shoulder in. Bend that front knee. Bring the elbow back. Keep your chin tucked. Take a big breath. Okay, really open. Let it hang out there for a second. Keep your shoulder right here in. Keep your chin tucked. Now, open that hand and put that iron skillet right in the palm of your hand. Let it press you down. And so if I were with you, I might gently push into your hand here to help you feel that. So push it down, take breath. Breathe in through the nose, breathe in through the nose, breathe in through the nose. Bring it back, all the way in. And I'm gonna come right back down here. And I'm in the floor. And I'm gonna do one more plank. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the plank from my knees. So don't miss this. This is a valuable move, especially for people who are having issues with backs, hips, or knees, okay? So first of all, this is a little outtake. This is not included in the ultimate core moves. So I guess you're getting the ultimate. Do you see what I just did? See this? Okay, drop your shoulders. Take a big breath through your nose. Drop your shoulders again. Pull those heels into the hip. No, you're not going to touch your hip. I just want you to pull those heels in. And if you're doing this correctly with your shoulders down, taking breaths, staying into the elbows, and pull those back, whoa, you should feel a big stretch coming up through the quads, okay? Which affects your hips, which affects your lower back. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down, keep your shoulders down, keep your shoulders down. Take a big deep breath, bring them down. You can do one at a time. Okay, this is just a great movement pattern. Keep your shoulders down. Okay, breath through the nose. Okay, now get ready. Now we'll go back into the core, the 13 core moves. So I'm gonna go from this to pushing into the knees and pressing into my belly button. So I'm just lifting my belly button up. My knees are in contact with the floor. My shoulders are down. Take a big breath in through the nose. Holding here, breath. Holding here, breath, keep your knees down, keep your shoulders down. Breath, breath. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. We're still doing a little side road from the ultimate core. I'm bringing you back up the other side. Punch in your belly button, keep your shoulders down. Punch in your belly button, keep your shoulders down. Another one, punch in, shoulders down, come down. Take a big deep breath. Yes. Come up with the butt. Push yourself back. Okay. I'm going to be right here. I'm still taking one or two detours right now. I'm going to push that 1 foot back. Opposite hand just lifts. It does not reach out. Don't reach it out right now. So you're on a knee, you drop your shoulders, you lift, tightening your gluteal, bring one hand up off the ground. Hang out here for just a few seconds. Take a big deep breath. Now sneak that hand up. Keep that leg right in the hip range height. Take a big deep breath, drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. 5, hold it, 4, hold it, 3, hold it, 2, hold it, 1. Bring it in, bring it in. Okay? Bring your elbows down, take a little break. Put your forehead on your hands, a fist. Hang out there with me. Yeah, hang out there with me. You can just curl your toes under, or you can lay them flat, whichever you like. Okay? Come back in. Come back in. So that was a rest. See, I gave you a rest. Okay? Other leg goes back. Drop your shoulders. Drop your chin. Take a breath. Tighten your butt. Lift that leg with a tight gluteal. Then I'm going to raise my hand up. I'm not going to reach. Not yet. You're going to get your equilibrium. You're going to be rocking and rolling. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Keep your leg up there. Heel lifting. Leg is straight. Then I'm going to reach out just a little bit. So see this side? I can tell I'm much more unstable on this side. This is my hip replace side that's holding me. So I got to really think about it. Got to really work it. Take a big breath. Reaching, holding, reaching. Drop your shoulders. 5, hold it. 4, hold it. 3, hold it. 2, hold it. 1, bring it back. Nice. Now you're going to put your toes under. You're going to open your knees. That's important here. Okay? Drop your shoulders again. Take a breath. Okay? Got my toes under, got my hands in place. And if your wrists or your hands are bothering you, just go to your fist. Okay? That's all right. Then I'm going to push through my toes. And I'm going to lift myself up. And I'm going to press those heels down. And then from here, you see, I'm supposed to go ahead and move right on up. However, we're taking detours today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to come down slowly. I'm going to act like I'm going to go to the floor, but I'm going to hover. So I'm hovering over the floor right now. Hovering, take a big breath. This is core. This is shoulders. This is legs. Bring them back up. We're going to do it one more time. Ready? Take a breath. Rotate into the ball of the foot. Bring those knees down like you're going to touch the floor, but you don't. Keep your chin tucked. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. And come back up. And then I'm gonna put my feet flat and my hands are down and I'm pressing my body back into a straight leg lean in. I'm just leaning right into that. Then I'm gonna bend my knees. This is very important and a little different than what you would normally see. I'm gonna go into a stand up. I'm gonna press my leg in. I'm gonna come right back up the other side of where we're going here. Okay, so I'm right here. And I'm gonna go back out again. And I'm gonna do that classic heel pump. So don't be way away from your chair. Your shoulders are actually right over your wrists. Then I'm gonna bend, straighten. I'm gonna bend, straighten. I'm gonna bend and straighten, just like 3. Take a big breath, tighten your tummy, bring that leg up. Okay, you ready? Drop your shoulders again, take a big breath through your nose. Why do I keep telling you drop your shoulders? Because I understand sluggy moves. And every time you do something, you bring your shoulders up. So I'm gonna remind you, don't do that. So now I'm stretching through that back, very tight calf. If you've had knee replacements, you have some tight calves. Bend the knee, push it back, bend the knee, push it back. One more time, bend the knee, push it back. Take a big breath. Then I'm gonna bring my legs together. I'm shoulder width. I'm gonna take my hands to my ankles with my knees bent. I'm gonna straighten those legs again. And I'm gonna bring one leg up and the other leg up. And one leg up and the other leg up. Take a big deep breath through your nose. So every time I say take a big deep breath, I mean shut your mouth. Because if you shut your mouth, you will breathe through your nose. You kind of have to. Then did you see how I bent my knees? And then I came on up. Now we're going to complete that circle. We're going to use our hands to help the weak hand or the hand that's not so mobile through the shoulder. So we're going to come up. And what are we going to do? Are we going to go straight up with our hands? No, we are not. We're going to soften our knees. We're going to bring our elbows up first. Take a breath. You know what that means. Keep your elbows in. Okay, shoot the elbows straight up and go back over your head as far as you can. Now open the arms. Really reach. Your knees are bent. You're pushing your hips forward, pushing your hips forward, pushing your hips forward. Then you come down, you come out of that hyperextension, you open your hands just like this. Yes. Now you turn your hands up. Now you go to one leg or the other leg. If I were with you and I knew that you were struggling with a hip, a back, whatever problem for this next move, it looks real cool, see, to go into a one-legged stance. You shouldn't do it. It will give you a problem. You know what you should do? Back up against either a wall. A wall would be my favorite thing, or a counter, or a chair, something. So once you're back onto something, you can lean into it. Then you shift. Then you soften your knee. Then you bring your knee up. And you're opening those shoulders and you're opening the hands. Palms are up. So you're on one leg and you're leaning as in symmetry as possible against a wall. And you're gonna do Shoulder rotations. Extremely important, this move. I'm gonna do 10 with on one leg. Take a big breath. I am not rushing it. Try not to get too slanted to one side. Take a big deep breath. I hadn't been counting, so I think I have probably 4 more. Kathy's counting. Take a breath. Take a breath. Okay, 2 more. Take 1 more. Put that leg down. Keep your hands here. Keep your hands here. Way out here. If this is too hard, keep your hands straight but lower. Okay? Now lean in. Big breath. Soft knee. Bring the other leg up. Okay? Here we go. Another 10. Big breath. Try not to lean too much. Keep your knees soft. Keep your knees soft. Keep your knees soft. Breath, breath, breath. Okay, 4 more. Breath, breath. Okay, 2 more. Breath, in through the nose. And bring it down. And go like this. Open and close. See this? So now is where I want you to hip hinge. You're on both legs, the knees are very bent, and your butt is pushing back. My rib cage is up, and now I'm gonna go into that swinging pendulum and slap back. See that? Just a free moving slap back. Breath, 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 breath. 3 more. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your knees bent. Breath just soft. And come back up. Take a big deep breath. Okay? Now we're gonna put our hands down and we're gonna hold our position. I'm not gonna do the one-legged thing. Okay? Because I think we shifted and shifted. Okay? Palms are down. Thumbs are forward. I'm right here in a nice neutral stance with my back. My knees are just soft. They're not really bent, but now I'm gonna do this shoulder circle. And here's what I want you to think about. Think that you're drawing a circle with your shoulders. See, if you think about that you're drawing a circle with your hand, you might get into some bad habits like this. No, they're straight out. If it's too hard because of a shoulder issue to do it straight out from the shoulder, then you keep your arms straight, but go lower. So this is an acceptable modification. And then do a few here. Take a big breath in your nose. And then if you need to, drop them down, okay? If this is kicking your butt, you gotta do these, okay? I would love to get to where you could do these with a little 1-pound weight in your hand. Not a big weight, you don't use a big weight here. Okay, see how I'm rocking back and forth from my balls of my feet to my heels? I'm keeping my shoulders down. Breathing, 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 and down. Back and forth, back and forth. So if you're having trouble with that kind of a move, make sure that you do that kind of thing. Now we're gonna go to a sit down here in just a second. But what I want you to do right now is take your hands. I want you to go behind your head. And then I want you to come right here and tap the middle of the spine with your hand. Then take the other hand and go up and try to see if you can find your fingertips. Try your best not to lean your head in. Try to keep your head, your neck neutral. Don't be craning your head out, okay? And see if you can touch that. And if you're way out here, that's okay. It's giving you information. This is a normal functional range of how you should reach. Okay, shake out, take the other hand, go behind your head, and you're gonna tap the middle of the spine. You're gonna take this arm, and you're gonna come up, and this one's much more difficult for me because that's pretty normal to be, one side is good, the other side is a little tighter. And then I'm gonna see where I'm at, and I'm gonna come back down. So when I do this one, this hand is okay, but this hand gives me trouble, see? So these shoulder rolling are very important in that whole paradigm. Okay, now we're gonna sit down into our little chair. Okay, we're gonna do some sit to stands. And again, this is one where if I knew that you had an IT band problem, if I knew you had a hip problem, a knee problem, an ankle problem, you know what I would do? I'm gonna do sit to stand, but I'm gonna use some assists. I'm not gonna put my hands here. Nope, I'm not. I'm gonna put my hands here. I'm gonna drop my shoulders. Big breath through the nose. I'm gonna lean in. And in order to get past the sticking point, I'm not gonna keep irritating the scab. I'm not gonna keep, because this can be a real problem for people that have hip problems of any sort, lower back problems. Please learn how to use acceptable modifications. Make sure your shoulders are level, shoulders are down. Lean in and start pushing through the palm of the hand, right here, the heel, to help you to get to this point. Equalize, then stand. Then you can go here. Then you can go here. See, do it a couple of times, okay? Brace, push the butt back, go into both heels. As you're coming down, bring your heels of your hands right there and ease into the chair. That way, you're under your own steam, you're getting up controlled, you're getting down controlled, you're using your hands appropriately. If you don't need them, well, God bless you. Do it without that and come up. But if I'm not thinking, I can tell you this little hip that's talking to me, I will skew over to the stronger side. I don't want you to do that. So if you notice the symmetry or lack of it in the hips, the knees, the shoulders, use these hands. Drop your shoulder. Here we go. Press back. Take a big deep breath. And if you're honest with yourself and looking at yourself in the mirror, if I were looking at you, those of you who are skewing over to one side because you're used to walking cockeyed, you'll come into this and you'll be like this. So notice that. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders, drop the chin, ribcage up, here I go, and here I go. And then I can come here if I want to, and here if I want to, okay? Then I'm gonna come back down, heels, even, I'm gonna come back down. Yay! Now I'm gonna lean back, I'm gonna hover right here, keep my chin tucked, bring a leg up and a leg up. Do you see how I'm moving? I'm moving my upper body as I bring one leg up, then the other leg up, okay? Do not cave on me. Brace, turning, bring the knee up, and then you can start to reach out over one knee versus the other knee. Then, and only then, after you've done a few of those, do you do a gentle, controlled extension. If you're dealing with a hip, a knee, a back, you are getting weaker on that side. This is a great thing to do. You bring it up, you reach it out, Reach it out as best as you can, then bring it in and you bring it in. Open back, drop your shoulders, breathe in through the nose, bring that leg up, reach. Yeah, just like that, hang on to it. 5, 4, 3, tight, 2, 1, don't let go here. Say rib cage up, here we go, back, rotate, say rib cage up, you're right up there, breath, 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 hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back, okay? Turn. See, this is a great move to remember because it's gonna help you a lot to open through here because these get very tight when you're having trouble with your hips. Very tight, okay? So you're gonna stay right here in the chair, you're gonna drop this leg down, and you see my toes are curled under right now. I'm gonna put them flat, and I'm gonna stretch the front of that shin. Then I'm gonna open back. See how I'm opening back and I'm opening here? Keep your knee tucked. Don't let your knee to be out flared. Take your chin tucked, shoulders down, hold it as long as you want. Then you come up. Then you rotate. Then you go down first and stretch the underneath of the foot. Really good. Keep your knee down. Go forward with your sit bones and then open back, open back, open back. Keep your knee down, keep your knee down, keep your knee down. Breath, breath, breath. Push, tap on your chest. Keep your knee down. Should be a powerful stretch right there because it's opening the hip and the quad. Yeah, oh, I didn't flatten my leg out, sorry. Flatten your leg out and get that shin bone, the shin muscles and the leg, the whole ankle, so your foot is flat now. So I did it both ways. Then you rotate, you come up, take a big deep breath. Yes. Now when you go to stand up, instead of, really tilting to one side because it hurts and, oh geez, I gotta get up and it hurts so bad and you just hate it, use your hands right here. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Yes, say ribcage up. Push your butt back. Go equal. Then stand up on your own volition. Okay? Now, as we're leaving today, what I want you to do is put your hand on a chair, on a wall. You could use your pole, whatever is going to work for you. I'm going to do this. Tight tummy. And again, if you're having problems with one side or the other, you want to get to where you can fully load and walk normally, but you ain't. So this is going to help you. You come right here and you rotate out. And you come right here and you rotate across your body and you tighten up. Then you come here again and you might do this 2 or 3 times. Put your hand here so you don't grip it. Press down. Press down. Say rib cage up. Come back in and put it down. Let's do the other one. Okay, tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Here we go. First of all, you shift. Now you lift. You say rib cage up. You go open. I have a sticking point right there. Yes, I do. So I'm very mindful of it. I'm going to do it gently. And then I come this way. But I have to move it in its range as best as I can. And then I might get in a laying down position and do this same move across the chest. Breath, and we do this a lot, it's laying down, but I wanted to go through the whole Ultimate Core program with you, and that's what I did today. Okay, put that foot down, take a big deep breath through your nose. Yeah, hit your W. See, this is my W. My knees are soft, my rib cage is up. Notice if you're doing this and don't do it? How do you not do it? Number one, soften your knees, rib cage up, shoulders down, tuck in my chin, go into your W. Notice, are your hands here or are they right out with your elbows at your waist? Push back. Yes. This is yours, K. Push those hands back. Yes. W. Come into a T. Rotate. Then rotate again. And go up into a Y. Your knees should be soft. And you should be saying rib cage up, rib cage up, rib cage up, rib cage up. Then you come down and up and rotate down. And up and rotate down. So this is a really good time to do a rotation in through your shoulders with no weight, keeping a good neutral stance, soft knees, big breath, big breath, big breath. Bring those hands down. Now we'll do Marilyn's favorite. I don't know if she's on today. I haven't seen, I can't see, I see all your little heads. I just don't see people. Okay. Okay, right here is where you want to lean forward. Don't lean forward. Say rib cage up, switch legs, rib cage up, keep my chin tucked. Breath, 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 breath. Shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out. Ah! Anyway, that was the ultimate core with a few side roads. I hope it helps everybody. Ooh, okay. Hope it helps.